Today I'm going to replace the standard exhaust on my 2015 Honda CBR1000RR Fireblade. I'm going to replace the stock standard item with an SP Engineering MotoGP carbon stubby, which is this one here. You can see lovely bit. Got the baffle inside and the link pipe that comes with it. So this will go onto this end here, will go onto the catalytic converter, and the stock exhaust sit on like so. First thing I need to do is to remove the servo cable which sits in the tail housing under here, which operates the flap in the original exhaust, and to get that off you've got to remove a few bolts. There's this one here and this one here. This is on an ABS model Fireblade. A third bolt here needs to be removed, and then on the other side of the bike, on the chain side, there's a fourth bolt just in there to be removed. So let's get those out. You can see that there are these plastic squeezy like pin screws, so you unscrew to a certain extent and then you have to pull them out. Right, so now the cover's off, you can see the servo motor here and the cable that's being routed down here, and we need to get that out. So note the position of the servo, and you're going to rotate it. So turn the servo, loosen some slack, get some pliers, get some pliers in to release and slide the cable out like so. You can see it, and you can hear that's squeezing the flap. Very important to rotate the servo back again. Unclip the cable out of the catch in here, and that's free. Right, I'm back under the bike now on the other side, and I'm going to loosen this clamp, which you can see is the catalytic converter here onto the main part of the rear silencer. This clamp here, it's a 12mm socket. I did treat it with some WD-40 about 20 minutes ago, half an hour ago, just to loosen it up a touch. That's now nicely loose. I've also taken out the bolt here and the bolt here of the lower belly pan fairing. You can see here's the exhaust here, just to give myself some space here so that I've got some wriggle room with the muffler. Next step is to release this bolt on here, and looking on here what I've got, it's a, looks like an 8mm hex key. Make sure it's in properly. There's a nut behind, so I've just got my finger against the nut to stop it from spinning. Now you can see the exhaust is loose. Now I just have to jiggle and slide the exhaust off the catalytic converter below, sure I thread the servo cable carefully out through. There we go, one heavy lump. Right, so now we're going to just test fit and see how everything goes together. So let's get the link pipe on over the cat here. And now I've fitted the hanging bracket around the exhaust. Slip this on the pipe here. SP Engineering provide a longer bolt, aluminium spacer, a washer and a nut. It's got the original washer on from the original exhaust. I'm going to use the aluminium spacer through the original washer, push that through. Loosely just put that nut on. Just having a look here, got good clearance between the side of the can and the swing arm. Got some good movement there to be able to, that's looking like quite a decent fit. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go around and start tightening up all the bits and bobs, see if we can get a good final fit. So firstly, the strap that's on the link pipe to the adapter pipe, and the link pipe that's on the cat. Starting to tighten up now. Right, those are now sufficiently tightened up. Next I'm going to tighten up the bracket on here. So I've got a 13mm spanner on the nut behind. And then, what's this one? This is a 5mm hex. So, and you can see it's mounted on a rubber bush, so it's got some give and play to it. Right. Now I want to align the exhaust, this slash cut rolled bit, kind of get that level, and then tighten up down here the clamp, and then finally this hanger bracket. And there we are. Whole system pretty secure. There's the finished article. I think it looks really smart.